reforming is a serious issue, not only in Georgia, but all over the United States of America. By using sentencing reforming, inmates will be sentenced by months and not years, causing a reduction in their sentence and allowing them to be freed from prison early. By a show of hands, how many of you have been previously incarcerated? By a show of hands, how many of you know a loved one, friend, or associate who was previously incarcerated? By chance, were these repeat offenders, meaning that they have previously committed a non-violent or violent crime? You may be pondering as to why I ask you these questions. I ask because the prisons in the United States of America, and Georgia especially, are overcrowding with offenders who should be and could be released or sentenced to less time. This is known as sentence reform. Currently, the Georgia Department of Corrections houses, clothes, feeds, and provides health care for 60,000 plus inmates. Of these 60,000, only 60% are convicted of violent crimes. Last year, 11,000 inmates were admitted to the Georgia Department of Corrections for non-violent crimes, such as DUI, failure to pay child support, and theft. If these offenders were sentenced by months and not years, instead of being incarcerated 3 years, with the idea of being incarcerated for 21 months, their sentence would be shortened. Your loved one, friend, or associate may have been part of that 11,000. By now, I'm wondering, how does this really concern you? As you can see, as you stated, most of you have never been incarcerated. However, you do know of someone who was previously incarcerated or is incarcerated. Whether it's you or a loved one, it does affect you. By overcrowding in facilities, which creates safety and health issues among the inmates. Secondly, increased safety issues for correctional staff, higher turnover rates, and increased tax burdens to the taxpayers of Georgia. If more judicial systems were to cease using mandatory sentencing and to establish sentencing reform, there would be less inmates, which would cause less overcrowding, less safety issues, less staffing issues, along with decreased taxes. Now, as many of you know, if you commit a crime, you must do the time. That's a saying that we've all heard. However, some of these individuals are first-time offenders. With sentencing reforming, they could be released, as I stated, within 22 months, or sometimes 48 months, 56 months. Mandatory sentencing, such as if you were convicted for a drug offense or armed robbery, which is a violent crime, you will be sentenced at least to 10 years. With the decrease of mandatory sentencing, these offenders can return to society to become productive members, to become taxpayers, to return to their families, to reestablish themselves, to give back what they've taken. This is only fair to give them a chance. Not only does it help you, but it helps us as a whole. As a society, we must find new ways to help those who can't help themselves. When it's all said and done, there's not much time to ponder what we did wrong, only ways to try to make it right. Sentencing reforming is not just an issue in the state of Georgia, it's an issue nationwide. Many prisons in New York, along with California, are burdened with these issues as well. Georgia is one of the first states to be able to pass sentencing reform. Established in 2012, inmates and new offenders have now been sentenced differently. This will allow them to return to society, to reestablish themselves, to set goals, to start families, to give back what they have once taken. Housing someone in a facility for extended amount of time is not a rehab. It's not a cure-all for the problem. Programs have been established along with extra funding to help these individuals. Prisons, along with staff members there at the prisons, they see a need for change. But without the change, there's nothing that can be done. I challenge all of us to not look at offenders as offenders, to look at them with a second chance. If you are a victim of a crime, please don't think that you have been forgotten about or that you've been overlooked. We understand that these criminals do need to be sentenced, and they should be. But we also know that with sentence reduction and sentence reforming, that things can change, that they can become productive members of society.